Ever wondered why love either feels too much or never enough, no matter who you're with? If that sounds like your love life, this video is going to hit home. Hey, it's Nadia, and today we're unpacking what attachment styles actually are, how generational conditioning wires them in, the sneaky beliefs reshaping your relationships, and most importantly, how to start breaking the cycle. And just so we're clear, this isn't about parent bashing. It's about understanding your emotional blueprint so you can finally stop living on autopilot. Let's get into it. Attachment styles are basically your emotional operating system. They were shaped in early childhood before you even knew what was happening, based on how your caregivers responded to your needs. Think of it like this. When you were little, you're essentially still being set up. Every interaction, every moment of comfort or neglect, it all became part of your emotional wiring. They shape everything: how we connect, how we trust, how we fight, how we love. There are four main styles. Secure, you feel safe relying on others and being relied on. Anxious, you crave closeness but fear abandonment. Avoidant, you value independence so much that closeness feels threatening. Disorganized, you want connection but don't trust it. It's hot and cold, push-pull chaos. Here's what most people forget. These patterns, they usually aren't about who you're dating now. They were wired into you long before your first heartbreak. So where do these patterns actually come from? Enter generational conditioning. You weren't born thinking, I have to earn love, or I can't depend on anyone. Those ideas were uploaded into you, quietly, repeatedly. Imagine you're a laptop, fresh out of the box. Your parents were the ones installing the first programs. Every interaction, every emotional moment, it's writing code. Maybe your parents were emotionally distant because they were raised to hide their feelings. Maybe they shut down your emotions because no one ever taught them how to regulate their own. And unless someone in the family said, wait, this doesn't feel right, that pattern just kept repeating. It's not always about big, obvious trauma. Sometimes it's just repetition. Emotional habits that get handed down like a virus. You didn't choose them, but now they're clogging your emotional hard drive. And let's be honest, your motherboard's probably screaming for an update. Let's talk about the silent operators in your system, unexamined beliefs. These are the messages you picked up so early, they feel like truth, but they're actually just programming. Stuff like, I have to be perfect to be loved. If I open up, I'll get hurt. My feelings are too much. If I rely on someone, they'll let me down. You didn't just sit down one day and decide these. They were absorbed through experience, culture, family dynamics. And even when you know better logically, these old beliefs pull the strings. That's why you might say, I want a healthy relationship, but still feel more at home with someone who's emotionally unavailable. Because deep down, chaos feels familiar, and familiar feels safe. Your conscious brain, that's the part that sets goals, makes to-do lists, and says, I'm done with toxic people. But underneath that is your subconscious, the system running the show. Your conscious mind, let's call it the Windows part, says, I want to change. But your subconscious, the motherboard, it's like, yeah, but chaos feels familiar. Let's stick with what we know. That motherboard's still running the same glitchy script from years ago. Even if it sucks, it feels safe. Not good, just familiar. And that's exactly why change doesn't stick just because you want it to. Your subconscious is still running on outdated scripts. If you want to actually rewire them, that's what I break down in the No Bullshit Guide to a Growth Mindset. It's all the stuff I wish someone had explained sooner. You'll find the link in the description. Your attachment style isn't a personality trait. It's a survival strategy. It made sense when you were little, but you're not that kid anymore. So, how do you actually start shifting this? Notice the pattern. Pay attention to how you react emotionally, especially the stuff that feels bigger than the moment. Ask, where have I felt this before? Find the story underneath. Most overreactions have a belief hiding underneath, like, I'm not enough, or they'll leave me. Question it. Ask, is this actually true, or something I've believed for so long it feels real? Reparent yourself. Give yourself what you didn't get: space, safety, validation. This isn't fluff. It's nervous system repair. Choose something new. Your reflex might be to shut down or cling, but what if, just once, you tried something different? That's how rewiring starts. Healing isn't about never getting triggered. It's about not falling for the same old story every single time. Breaking old patterns isn't just healing for you. It's about making sure the next generation, or even just your inner circle, doesn't inherit the insane emotional mess. It's uncomfortable, but it's freeing. If love feels hard, if your triggers feel like traps, if you keep choosing what hurts, it's not because you're broken. It's because you were shaped by beliefs that weren't yours to begin with. But now, you get to choose what stays and what ends with you. If this helped you start spotting the patterns in yourself, the next step is learning how to spot them in someone else. So before you second guess that gut feeling again, go watch Emotionally Unavailable or Just Avoidant. Until next time.